house was built in 1880 after the railroad gave the Luna family money to purchase the land and build here. The first occupants were here in the house in 1880, and that was Tranquilino Luna. Tranquilino, he was the second eldest son, and his wife Amalia, and their son Maximiliano, and then his mother Isabella lived with them. The original structure was adobe, and it was a territorial style with colonial elements to it. But it was in the 1920s and 30s that Josefita Otero and her husband Manuel Otero, they did the modifications and put the columns on the front, and they also built the little sunroom off the back. But they were very educated, family-oriented. They were very protective of each other. The oldest brother, Jesus Maria, he helped guide their political careers. For Tranquilino and Solomon, he helped guide their political careers. I came across it early on whenever I first started working for the village of Los Lunas, and they had some materials that were out that actually said that pozole was actually invented here in Los Lunas, and they kind of attribute it to Mrs. Luna. So I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't found anything else, but that's what the publicity materials back in the early 90s said. There were so many political events. You can attribute a lot of the state political events, like the first territorial delegate for New Mexico was Tranquilino Luna. There was Solomon Luna that was head of the Republican Party, and also he sat on the dais whenever they had the not the Republican convention, but the state convention to draft the Constitution. Eloisa Luna, their sister. Eloisa took a court case all the way to the Supreme Court that involved whenever her husband was killed in the Manzanos over a land grant. Dolores, she was Dolores Chavez, the daughter of J. Francisco Chavez. She was the first person or first woman to file a sexual discrimination suit in New Mexico. The governor at the time, he stated that she couldn't be a librarian, but the court case concluded, whenever she filed, that it was a position that basically said that she could do it because it didn't require a lot of knowledge. There is Nina Otero Warren. She's Eloisa Luna-Otero and Manuel B. Otero's daughter. She was a suffragist, and she was very into education, not only education of Hispanics, but also of indigenous populations.